213. The Veterans Administration is a scandal. It's corrupt. And what's going on is a disgrace. And believe me, if I win, if I become president, that will end. The veterans will be treated properly. Donald Trump. 214. I'm gonna keep Social Security without change. Except I'm going to get rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse. Same thing with Medicare. Donald Trump. 215. We will bring back our jobs. We will bring back our borders. We will bring back our wealth. And we will bring back our dreams. Donald Trump. 216. President Obama has almost doubled our national debt to more than $19 trillion, and growing. And yet, what do we have to show for it? Our roads and bridges are falling apart. Our airports are in third world condition. And 43 million Americans are on food stamps. Donald Trump. 217. I've always been covered by a press that's mostly financial press. Donald Trump. 218. The USCA is terrific. I've designed my course in Bedminster to the highest standards of the USCA, and it's a very special course. Donald Trump. 219. I want to be a fair trader. I want to be a firm and fair trader. Donald Trump. 220. I've been making deals all my life. Donald Trump. 221. I built a great company, some of the most iconic assets in the world. $10 billion of net worth. More than $10 billion of net worth. And frankly, I had a great time doing it. Donald Trump. 222. You learn their honesty. You learn their competitiveness. You learn a lot about a person. It's not that they have to sink the putt, and there's a great deal of talent involved, but you do learn about how competitive a person is on the golf course, and frankly, how honest. Donald Trump. 223. I was a great student at a great school, Wharton School of Finance. Donald Trump. 224. Thanks to Hillary Clinton, Iran is now the dominant Islamic power in the Middle East, and on the road to nuclear weapons. Hillary Clinton's support for violent regime change in Syria has thrown the country into one of the bloodiest civil wars anyone has ever seen, while giving ISIS a launching pad for terrorism against the West. Donald Trump. 225. In July of 2004, I came out strongly against the war with Iraq because it was going to destabilize the Middle East. Donald Trump. 226. My father was a successful real estate developer, and he was a very tough man, but a good man. My father would always praise me. He always thought I was the smartest person. Donald Trump. 227. As far as single payer, it works in Canada. It works incredibly well in Scotland. Donald Trump. 228. The Iranians and Persians are excellent at the art of negotiation. Donald Trump. 229. Many agree that the worst thing that could ever happen is if Russia and China get closer. Donald Trump. 230. I think I will be a great president, having to do with the military, and also having to do with taking care of our vets. Donald Trump. 231. I have a Bible near my bed. Donald Trump. 232. Hillary Clinton was the worst Secretary of State in the history of the country. The world came apart under her reign as Secretary of State. Donald Trump. 233. Obama has no solutions. Obama has failed the country and its great citizens, and they don't like it. When somebody such as myself speaks the truth about this, it hurts too much. Donald Trump. 234. I love Wingfoot. I'm a member of Wingfoot. It's a great course. Donald Trump. 235. I think that when you get right down to it, people do evolve on different issues. And a pro-life. And I was begrudgingly the other way. Donald Trump. 236. I had tremendous success in show business star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The Apprentice was one of the most successful shows. Donald Trump. 237. You're fired was not a part of the deal. And when I went into the first boardroom, the very first one, I'm looking at these people, and I had to fire somebody, but we never thought in terms of the expression, you're fired. Donald Trump. 238. I have visited the cities and towns across America and seen the devastation caused by the trade policies of Bill and Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton supported Bill Clinton's disastrous NAFTA, just like she supported China's entrance into the World Trade Organization. Donald Trump. 239. I have respect for Senator McCain. I used to like him a lot. I supported him. I raised a lot of money for his campaign against President Obama. Donald Trump. 240. The way I run my business seems to be easier than the way I run my life. Donald Trump. 241. I want trade deals, but they have to be great for the United States and our workers. We don't make great deals anymore, but we will once I become president. Donald Trump. 242. Ronald Reagan became, not only a Republican, but a pretty conservative Republican, not the most, but a pretty conservative Republican. And he's somebody that I actually knew and liked. And he liked me. And I worked with him and helped him. Donald Trump. 243. I was a Democrat for a period of time early on. And then I was also an independent. And then I became a Republican. Donald Trump. 244. We have to straighten out our country. We have to make our country great again. And we need energy and enthusiasm. Donald Trump. 245. I deal with foreign countries. I made a lot of money dealing against China. I've made a lot of money dealing against many other countries. Donald Trump. 246. The golf facet of my life doesn't go with the rest of my life, which is a rough and tumble life. I work in real estate development, which is the toughest business, and I do it in the toughest city. I deal with ruthless people. Donald Trump. 247. My big focus is China and OPEC and all of these countries that are just absolutely destroying the United States. Donald Trump. 248. We really need jobs now. We have to take jobs away from other countries because other countries are taking our jobs. There's practically not a country that does business with the United States that isn't making, let's call it, a very big profit. I mean, China is going to make $300 billion on us at least this year. Donald Trump. 249. I do respect them. I have great respect for women. In fact, one of the reasons The Apprentice was such a successful show for so many years, the audience of women was fantastic. Donald Trump. 250. I have great respect for the Pope. I like the Pope. I actually like him. Donald Trump. 251. I understand the military. I know the military. Donald Trump. 252. When I am president, I will work to ensure that all of our kids are treated equally and protected equally. Every action I take, I will ask myself, does this make life better for young Americans in Baltimore, Chicago, Detroit, Ferguson, who have as much of a right to live out their dreams as any other child? America? Donald Trump. 253. I have the right temperament. I have the right leadership. I've built an incredible company. I went to a great school. I came out, I built an incredible company. I wrote the #1 selling business book of all time. Trump, The Art of the Deal, Donald Trump. 254. But I believe in fair trade. And I will tell you, I have many friends heading up corporations, and people that do just business in China. They say it's virtually impossible. It's very, very hard to come into China. And yet, we welcome them with open arms. Donald Trump. 255. You've seen my statements. I do very well. I don't mind paying some taxes. The middle class is getting clobbered in this country. The middle class built this country, the hedge fund guys. But I know people in hedge funds that pay almost nothing. And it's ridiculous, okay? Donald Trump. 256. Together, we will lead our party back to the White House, and we will lead our country back to safety, prosperity, and peace. Donald Trump. 257. Americans want great schools for their children, safe neighborhoods for their families, and good jobs for themselves. These are the just and reasonable demands of a righteous public. Donald Trump. 258. Saudi Arabia makes $1 billion a day, okay? They make $1 billion a day. Donald Trump. 259. Our military has to be strengthened. Our vets have to be taken care of. We have to end Obamacare, and we have to make our country great again. And I will do that. Donald Trump. 260. Mexico's making a fortune off the United States. Donald Trump. 261. We can't let people down when they can't get any medical care, when they're sick, and don't have money to go to a doctor. You help them. Donald Trump. 262. The Obama representatives like Robert Gibbs attack people viciously, but people like me will not be silent and will answer them back. Donald Trump. 263. I played golf with my friends, and then I started to play with the hustlers. And I learned a lot. I learned about golf. I learned about gambling. I learned about everything. Donald Trump. 264. Decades of record immigration have produced lower wages and higher unemployment for our citizens, especially for African American and Latino workers. We are going to have an immigration system that works, but one that works for the American people. Donald Trump. 265. Hillary Clinton is not going to be able to create jobs. I will tell you right now. Donald Trump.